it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad to have you guys here. I am excited. No, I'm not. Okay. I just want to tell you guys something. In my other video I did today, someone made a comment and they were like, your voice sounds different. And I was listening and I was like, why does my voice sound different? Well, I have a little scratch in my throat, so maybe it's that. Sometimes when I have a scratch in my throat, when I have to strain to speak higher, especially when I'm excited, like I'm like, hey, you know, when I do that in the beginning. Well, yeah, I have a frog in my throat from allergies. So welcome to the club. And if you hear a difference in my voice, then there is that. Anyways, let's talk about Jenelle Evans. So Jenelle Evans is the woman of the day, and she has been the woman of the year. Haha, just kidding. No, she's not. Jenelle Evans is the internet's favorite person that we love to hate, I guess. No, she's not. Anyways, she was on Teen Mom 2. She's been making a lot of choices that have had a lot of people questioning her over the last year. There was the whole Nugget Gate with her dog. There was the involvement of the people that take your kids away, where she almost lost her kids and an investigation, and she had to go to court and all that kind of stuff. That was resolved. Then she split from her husband. Then she went back to her husband. Then there's my husband's cheating on me. No, he's not cheating on me. Then there's all the stuff with Nathan of Nathan's not a good dad. Nathan is a good dad. Nathan's an absent dad. Fighting with her mom, fighting with David, back with David, not with David. Now she is with David, and everything in between. She has been on TikTok. She has been, telling people that she is going to be doing all kinds of stuff. She's been selling makeup. There's been all kinds of stories about moldy makeup because she's got her brow kits that are apparently back in restock, and then people are saying they've found contaminants on them. She's challenged to the FDA to test her makeup and prove that there's no contaminants on there. Either way, was anyone really buying her makeup anyway? Like, if you're buying her makeup and you're surprised that there's mold on it, just saying. Anyways, she gets all of her jobs taken away because of the trolls online that contact her sponsors and tell everyone and remind them about her husband being a turkey butt. Then she, there was a photo on Reddit at one point of Marissa wearing a shirt that had the flag that we shouldn't be talking about, but David loves to wear. And here we are till today. She was doing a video. So here's the thing, is she has lost her permanent job at Teen Mom 2, where she was making a very pretty penny, I think over $400,000 a year. And now she's having to find creative ways to make money. And one of those ways is by uploading content to her YouTube channel. Now, her YouTube channel has about 100,000 subscribers, not too shabby. Her video that I'm going to be talking about today doesn't have a ton of views. I'm venturing to say my video on this could make more. I don't know. Who knows? Although, we'll see. It says quarantine hair dye, and she and David go and take the kids to Walmart to go buy hair dye. Now, this shouldn't be the controversial part. Now, people were mad at her for dyeing the kids' hair. She ends up in the same video giving Kaiser a blue hair color that was not permanent. It washed out really fast. But if people weren't fighting about what she said about the hair dye and letting her kids dye their hair, then it was the questions about masks. So while they were in the parking lot, here's a clip.
So we're making a Walmart run. Not proud of it.
I'm proud of Walmart.
I don't want to go in there. I don't want to be around people. I hate grocery shopping with these two. Where are you, Kaiser? These two.
Oh man.
It's just hard. They just want everything in the store.
They grab everything on the shelf.
You guys can relate.
Look, this lady's just standing in the middle of the friggin' road.
She got to put her mask on first.
Before she crosses the street.
She can't get too close to people. Kids can't go in if they don't have.
Oh, kids don't need masks. It's against the law.
Well, North Carolina's trying to tell us that we can't go in any store unless we have a mask on. I have a mask, David does.
Well, the CDC recommendation says that you shouldn't wear a mask if you're healthy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm healthy, so yeah.
Exactly.
See, I got.
Healthy,
Yeah.
And I want this.
We're not getting that. Put that back.
I want green.
So in the clip, they're in the parking lot and they're talking about how they need to wear masks, and they're sort of like mocking it and laughing about it. And David makes a statement like, well, the CDC says that wearing a mask isn't even really beneficial if you're not sick. Well, not technically. Back in the middle of June, actually about a week ago, the CDC actually suggested that evidence is showing that wearing public face coverings in public does help reduce the spread of the germs that are circulating in the world right now and causing a lot of problems. Well, with influencers partying up and pretending like it doesn't exist and people spreading it and the cases spiking around the country, including in North Carolina, the state of North Carolina actually has a mandated face covering, mask wearing executive order that was put into place by the governor. And they actually passed a law earlier this month that makes it a requirement in the beginning of June. And there's lots of requirements of this, which make it so that you have to wear a mask if you're in public, if you're an adult, especially if you're in a retail store. So they go into this Walmart and she says she has a mask and she like shows it and she lifts it up. And then they get in the store and none of them are wearing masks at all. Like none. None of them are wearing masks. They're all in the aisle. They're all together. Now, there's no other people around, but the executive order says that if you're in a store and you're not part of the excluded categories, you are supposed to be wearing a mask, which she clearly was not wearing. So, with that being said, Walmart has this rule that they're supposed to have every shopper wearing a mask that walks into the store. Now, even Walmart said that they're going to have a hard time enforcing that because obviously they don't want to make people upset. But if there's an executive order in the state and stores are supposed to be, you know, sort of enforcing this and policing this, and she's not wearing it, but more importantly, she's putting this out on social media, kind of laughing, giggling about wearing masks, David putting out false information about what the CDC...
You guys can relate.
Oh, this lady's just standing in the middle of the friggin' road.
She got to put her mask on first.
Before she crosses the street.
She can't get too close to people.
Originally did say these things, but current recommendations by the Centers for Disease Control are to wear masks in public because evidence has shown that it does reduce the spread of the disease or the virus. People are not happy. And on Instagram, her comments are turned off on her video, but on Instagram, people were leaving comments about the fact that she wasn't wearing a mask in the store and that David was making these stupid comments about the masks. So I just thought I'd bring it here and say, what do you guys think? Is it irresponsible for her to be shopping in a store, Walmart, in North Carolina that has an executive order and then posting it on her YouTube channel and then like nothing's happening and sort of laughing about it as though it's not a big deal? Is that irresponsible? Given the fact that we have influencers that we know are going out into public, partying and being sort of lackadaisical about masks, given the fact that she has a large platform, should we be having a discussion about that? Should people be upset with her for that? Or is it much to do about nothing? Because outlets like multiple outlets now are picking up the story saying that she's a terrible person or she's being irresponsible. Personally, we wear masks in this house. It's not a mandate here yet in Minnesota, but we do. We wear masks anytime we go out. And if the state has a requirement, you would assume you'd abide by it, although maybe they'd say that they fall into some sort of exception. I mean, I could totally see David saying, oh, but we're in an exception to that rule. Okay. But there's that part. And then she dyed his hair, which everyone was mad at. And listen, I don't care if you dye your kid's hair. If it's not permanent, who cares? Hair grows back. You can cut it off. Not that big of a deal. In terms of like the non-permanent hair dyes that are fun for kids. And that appears to be the product that she chose. But what about the masks? Are you yay, nay, don't like, do like, cancel Jenelle? Janelle's already canceled. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye.